Hi guys. So we had a question from an artist called Sphinx, and it was really around their branding and how to build a brand, and what are the best places to start when you are thinking about building that underpinning aesthetic that you're trying to build. And so the best way we approach branding is we first analyze and look at your current audience on social media and streaming platforms. And from there, we can start to identify the brands, the similar artists, and the interests that your audience have. So, what brands are they engaging with on social media? What sort of interests do they have? What hobbies do they have? And from that, you can then start to build what we would call an audience persona. And then what you can do with that audience persona is you can ensure that every time you're creating content, you're creating visuals, you're creating a piece of text, some copy that you should be using, you can refer back to that audience persona to make sure that what you're creating is aligned with that audience persona that you're creating. Now, if you don't have much data to look at and analyze, what I'd suggest is looking at a few artists that you aspire to be like, who are 2 or 3 years ahead of you in terms of your journey, your artist journey, and then look at their data, see which brands, see which interests and hobbies and similar artists that those artists have in their network, and then you can build your audience persona based on what their data suggests. And you can use this as a proxy to then go and create that content or the copy that you want to create, which is going to be aligned with that key audience persona. So that's how we would go about understanding how you should be building your artist brand and your proposition. And then what I'd say is test. For example, if you find that your audience is interested in Supreme, Nike, dark colors, kind of mysterious worlds, then create different types of content that would align with those types of brands and those types of interests, and then see if it resonates with your audience. And if it does start to resonate and you find a piece of content or a color or a typography that really starts to work with that audience, then you can double down on that. But don't be afraid to test different types of branding and aesthetic before you find what works for you. Hope that was useful.
Yeah, I'd also add as well if anyone's looking for brand affinity from their audience and they have kind of a few, even just a few hundred people on Instagram, you can use Unheard to see what brands they're already affiliated with, so you can kind of start to get that idea as well.